Long ago, in the peaceful kingdom of Sumeria, there lived a wise king named Arvind. He ruled with kindness, and the people loved him for it. His palace stood proudly at the center of the capital city, Srinagar, where markets were full, and the streets buzzed with laughter and trade. One day, King Arvind sat on his golden throne, thinking deeply. Sumeria is strong, he said to his advisor. But tell me, who will lead the next generation of traders and teachers? Who will carry the values of kindness, wisdom, and courage? So, he sent a message across the land. Let all skilled merchants come to the palace. I will choose 3 to go on a special journey. Many came. The palace courtyard was full. But the king chose 3. Ravi, a clever trader of cloth who was honest and fair. Saira, a young woman who sold spices and always helped the poor. Farid, a jeweler who spoke little but listened well and treated all with respect. I have a task for you, the king said, his voice steady and full of purpose. Each of you must travel to a faraway land and bring back something rare, not just in price, but in value. The one who brings back the greatest treasure will become the royal merchant and teach the next generation. And so their journey began. Ravi went north to the Valley of Mist, where golden silk was made by rare moths. The road was long. The mountains were high. Along the way, he helped villagers fix a broken bridge. In return, they gave him food and directions. When he reached the valley, the silk makers welcomed him warmly. They saw his kindness, his honesty. He didn't cheat, didn't demand. He traded fairly, spoke gently. In the end, they gifted him a roll of golden silk, the finest they had. Saira traveled south to the forest of fireflowers. Deep inside, there grew a plant called the flame spice, known to heal wounds and give strength. The forest was dark. Wild animals roamed. But she helped a lost child, gave water to a thirsty traveler, and shared her food with those in need. The forest spirits, silent, invisible, but wise, watched her. Because of her kindness, the plants opened their petals. She found the flame spice. She took only a small amount, just enough to share its value. Farid went west to the mountains of ice, where colorful gems lay hidden in frozen caves. He climbed cliffs, crossed rivers, and braved cold winds. In the cave, he saw many gems. But he remembered the king's words, bring something rare, not just in price, but in value. He found one rainbow gem, glowing softly. It gave off warmth and peace. He took only that one. He thanked the cave, bowed his head, and left. They began their journey home, unaware of what the others had found. A full year passed. The sun rose brightly over Sumeria. The streets of Srinagar were alive with excitement. The merchants were returning today. In the grand palace, King Arvind sat on his golden throne waiting. He was curious, and the court was buzzing. The royal musicians played soft tunes. The scent of fresh flowers filled the air. First came Ravi. He walked proudly into the court, holding a box. Slowly he opened it. Inside, golden silk from the Valley of Mist. It sparkled like stars. The people gasped. "This is the finest silk in the world," Ravi said, "made by golden moths. I worked the weavers for 3 days. They gave it to me as a gift for kindness." King Arvind smiled. "You brought something rare and beautiful, and more importantly, you showed a kind heart." Then came Saira. She stepped forward, holding a small packet wrapped in soft cloth. As she opened it, the smell of flame spice filled the room. Everyone closed their eyes and smiled. "This spice grows deep in the forest," she said. "Only those with a brave and kind heart can reach it. I helped others on the way, and the forest guided me." King Arvind nodded. "Bravery and kindness, these are treasures too." Finally, Farid entered. He carried a small bag. Quietly, he opened it. Inside glowed the rainbow gem from the heart of ice. It shimmered in red, blue, green, and gold. "This gem lay deep in the ice mountains," Farid said. "I took only one and walked away in silence. I respected the cave and its beauty." The king stood up. "All 3 of you brought something rare, but more than that, you brought back something greater, wisdom, kindness, and courage." The people clapped and cheered. King Arvind raised his hand. "I cannot choose just one winner," he said. "All 3 of you are true treasures of Sumeria. From today on, you shall be royal merchants, and your names will be remembered forever." Many peaceful years passed in Sumeria. The people lived happily. Trade flourished. Markets were full. Ravi, Saira, and Farid became respected leaders, teaching young merchants how to be fair and wise. But one day, a problem came. A group of travelers arrived at the palace gates. Their clothes were torn, their faces tired and sad. They were from a small village in the west, near the desert. They knelt before King Arvind. "Your Majesty," their leader said, "our village has no water. The river has dried up. Our crops have died. Our children are hungry. Please help us." King Arvind stood at once. "No one in my kingdom should suffer. We will send food and water right away." But the royal advisor stepped forward. "Your Majesty," he warned, "the river is shared by 4 villages. If it dries in one, it may dry in others too. We must find out what is happening." The king agreed. He called Ravi, Saira, and Farid to his court. "I have a new task for you," he said. "Travel west, find out why the river has dried, help the people, and return with answers." The 3 friends bowed. "We are ready." They discovered a new village upstream. It had built a wall, blocking all the water. Instead of fighting, Ravi made a clever plan. They helped the villagers build small canals to share the water fairly. Water flowed again, and peace was restored. Back home, the king was proud. "You have shown," he said, "that wisdom is not only in finding treasure, but in keeping peace." He built the School of Wisdom and Trade, where young people learned about honesty, kindness, and solving problems together. The kingdom of Sumeria entered a golden age. Thanks to the wise rule of King Arvind and the guidance of Ravi, Saira, and Farid, the people lived in harmony. The markets thrived, rivers flowed, even the deserts turned green with life. In the School of Wisdom and Trade, students learned more than trade. They learned how to care for people, how to solve problems, how to build a better world. One day, the emperor of a faraway land sent a letter. He asked for help. His son, Prince Kale, needed to learn. Ravi, Saira, and Farid traveled to that land and invited the prince to come. In Sumeria, the prince studied with everyone else. He learned to help, to listen, to care. He changed. Years passed. King Arvind grew old and stepped down. He built the Hall of Hearts, where stories of kindness and courage were shared. At his final celebration, he said, "Remember this, kingdoms rise with kindness. Let Sumeria always stand tall, not just in riches, but in heart." And so, the story of the 3 merchants and the wise king was told for generations. Even today, when someone asks, "What makes a kingdom strong?" the answer is simple: a kind heart, a wise mind, and a brave spirit.